Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Gentleman here, and today's story time is about my Russian coworker and a weird game that she has with some of my other coworkers. And yeah, it's definitely a story. But before I hop into it, I do want to say I know I've been slacking with videos recently. I've had a lot going on, and I know every time I go away, I say, oh, there's been a lot going on, but I'm back now and I'll make videos every day. I'm going to try, but I'm going to get them out as much as I can. I like making the videos, but they'll come out when they come out. But I do think they'll be coming out a lot more often now, so yeah, that's a good thing, right? Anyways, I've talked too much and really need to hop into the story now. So I'm going to do that. So hopping right into it, we all know I work in a movie theater. It's fun. I enjoy working there, and I did a little video about it, which you should definitely go watch. But anyways, so I was there one day, and I was working a job that we call cleans. And cleans is you're in charge of cleaning the theaters when a movie gets out. So you have a little list of times, and when you have a time, the exact time that a movie gets out, when the credits are over and everything, and you have to go in and clean the theater before the next showtime goes in. And usually you're not alone on that. Usually you have someone scheduled with you. And I was scheduled with this girl that I work with. We'll call her Addie. And so Addie and I were cleaning this theater, and we got small talk here and there. She and I are kind of chill. We talk to each other at work. Just one of those work friends you have that's not exactly your friend, but you talk at work, right? And it's nothing too crazy. We kind of just go about our job, talk to each other here and there, but eventually we get a point in the day where it starts getting really busy at the theater, right? So we got lots of theaters getting out at the same time, lots of theaters we have to clean, and it's really busy. So there's lots of garbage and lots of things that need to be cleaned up. So we get some help, and we get some help from this girl that I work with, and we'll call her Jane. And Jane and Addie are pretty good friends from what I understand, and so we had Jane help us out. And we walk into the biggest theater in the entire building. I think it's our 9th theater room. It's the biggest one in the whole building. And I don't remember what movie it was just showing, but it was busy. There was a lot of trash everywhere, a lot of popcorn that needed to be swept up. And so I go up to the top, I start wiping down seats as I do, and they start doing their thing down there. But as I'm doing this, I swear I notice here and there, I noticed Jane at the bottom pull up her shirt. She pulls up her shirt, and she still has a bra on and everything, but she pulls up her shirt just quickly. And I don't think she noticed that I noticed that. But I'm what the fuck? Okay, that was kind of weird. Maybe she's just hot or something. She's just trying to cool herself off. I don't really think much of it. And as I continue going about cleaning this theater, I eventually see Addie pull down her pants quickly before pulling them back up. And still, she was wearing underwear and stuff, but it was weird. I'm okay, that's a little weird. And I don't really get it. I don't say anything about it, though, because I don't want to start a whole thing. And we just keep going. We clean more theaters together, and it happens once or twice more, right? And I'm a little confused, but I don't say anything about it. And eventually we hit the portion of the night where there's a bit of a break. Sometimes it can be just short of 2 hours. It can be pretty long, but when all the movies have gone in and there's nothing getting out yet, and we kind of have a break, right? And during that break, we kind of just help out around the lobby, clean things, hop on the till if we need to. And during this time, Addie had gotten to work before me this day, so she was off work. And so she left. She said, yeah, hey, see you, I'll see you next time. And she left. But the girl that was replacing her was my Russian coworker, who we will call Kate. We'll call her Kate. And Kate showed up and she replaced Addie, and she was on cleans with me. And it wasn't that busy when we got back into it. We started cleaning theaters again, so we were just doing our thing. Didn't really know Kate, so we were just kind of talking, getting to know each other a little bit, and kind of becoming work friends. Not really friends, but work friends, We all got the work friends. And so eventually we're talking about all our coworkers and the weird stuff that they do. We have someone who takes their job way too seriously, people who just don't care and stuff like that. and we're just talking about everyone. And so I decided to say to Kira, I'm like, I decided to say to her, like, you know, I saw something weird earlier today. Like, what's up with that? Do you know? Like, she's like, what happened? She's like, well, I saw, like, Addie, like, pull down her pants, and I saw, like, Jane, like, lift up her shirt and whatnot. Like, what's that about? And she started laughing. She's like, oh, I'm like, do you know what that is? Like, do you know what that's all about? And she's like, yeah, it's a game. I'm like, it's a game? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I invented it. And I'm like, you invented it? What's the game? And she's like, oh, it's funny. It's a game I made with some of the female coworkers here. Like, we all have a game, and like I didn't know that any of the guys knew about it. I'm like, I didn't know about it. I think I just accidentally saw it. She's like, oh, you'd be the first then. I don't think anyone else knows. I'm like, okay, what's the game? I don't get it. So she starts explaining this game to me that some of the girls, I don't know who all is involved. As far as I know, it's only these three. I don't know who else is part of it. But I guess some of the girls that I work with have this game where they get like points for flashing each other. And so it's a 1 point for like pulling down their pants and like showing the back end, 2 points for the front end, and 3 points of the front end on their chest is 2 points, and then 3 points for front end on their lower half, which is so fucking weird. Like, I don't know why this would be a thing, but I guess for them it's fun. And the way it was explained to me, my coworker seemed so very invested in this game. She thought it was hilarious. I'm like, all right, that's interesting. She's like, yeah, it's just a funny game that we play. Like, I came up with it. I used to do it with my friends back home, so I introduced it here. I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. And, we kind of didn't bring up the game anymore. Obviously, I wasn't playing the game, and it was just me and Kate on cleans. So we're cleaning, and we don't play the game. We just clean and we talk. We have like conversations about like flavored cigarettes and stuff like that, and it's not that crazy. Then come end of the night, what we have to do when we're cleaning is there's like these garbage bins in the theaters, and when they get full, we have to take the bags out and throw them out of these doors, and they're on the side of the theater. Then at the end of the night, we have to walk around the entire building and grab the bags and throw them in the trash compactor. So me and Kate, we go out to do this at the end, towards the end of our shift, and we're at the compactor, and I'm throwing the bags in, and she's like, hey, can you like watch for people while I like duck around this corner? I'm like, sure, why? She's like, I just have this like really funny idea. It's like, it's not really that important. Like, can you just watch for me? I'm like, okay, sure. I'm like, and then I compact the trash while she's doing whatever she's doing, and it's all well and good for me. We get it all in, and when I turn around, she's back, and asked her if she's good. She said she is, and we go back inside. And before we leave that night, we had one more theater to clean, but it was a pretty busy one. I don't remember what it was showing. I think it might have been a showing of the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and it was pretty busy at that point in time. And so we asked Jane if she'd help us, and so she did. And I kind of had forgotten about the whole game thing at this point because it had been a while since it's been explained to me. But I was just cleaning the theater, doing my business, and I got to the top of the theater, and I'm like, hey, I need a break. I've been on my feet like all day. I'm just going to sit down for like a minute in one of the theater chairs because they're super comfy. So I sit down with all my stuff, like my rag and my cleaning spray, and I see that Jane is sweeping. And then I hear Kate yell Jane's name from the bottom of the theater. And so Jane looks down, and she sees Kate at the bottom drop her pants, except this time she's not wearing any underwear. So she shows her complete naked ass to Jane, turns around, and her pants are at her ankles at this point, and then lifts up her shirt and shows that it doesn't have any underwear up there either. And she's laughing her head off. Kate thinks this is the funniest thing ever, and so does Jane. They laugh and laugh about it, and then for a couple seconds, Kate just stays there like that before she pulls all her clothes back on. And I guess when she asked me to cover for her, she was pulling her underwear off, which, all right, fuck, I guess. And I was just confused. I'm like, why the fuck is this a thing? But they're having the time of their lives. They're just like laughing their head off. And then after the fact, Kate just looks at me. She's like, see, wasn't that funny? And I'm like, I guess. And then they just keep laughing. They ignore me. And we finish cleaning the theater. And then we all leave. And that was that. I still see these people all the time. And it's kind of awkward, but not really. Kate just does not care, apparently. It's how they do shit in Russia, I suppose. Anyways, this was a long story and a weird story, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was something to live through, that's for sure. If you did enjoy the story, definitely leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Would really appreciate it. And join the Discord if you feel so inclined. I'd love to hear stories from you guys. We can talk about basically anything pop culture related. I have a whole server set up with like just a couple of my friends right now, but I'd love to grow it. And yeah, thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.